Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right Podcast. I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely and talented wife, Miss Southern Shell. Shell, we're made it to almost to the end of May.
Yeah.
Memphis in May is over.
It's just Malcolm and May now.
It's just Malcolm. It's just finishing out Malcolm in May, right? I don't know how I feel about that. Malcolm in May. It's not been I guess it's been a good May. I don't know. It's been a whirlwind.
It's been a blur. That was all. That was kind of Katie's idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think we started talking about that because we didn't know if there was actually going to be a Memphis in May. So we said, we'll just do Malcolm in May to have a backup plan. We just rolled with it.
Yeah. It's,
It was a koozie.
Yeah.
If anything, we got a cool koozie out of it.
Heck yeah, we sold out of those koozies. They're limited edition. Every quarter we're going to do.
That was a hot item at Memphis in May. Everybody come in the booth, wanted one.
Yeah.
They didn't last long.
I should have taken more out there.
Did you have more?
We only have a few left here at the shop.
We probably got some of those crawfish ones.
Yeah, we got a ton of those.
Tyler, what's going on, man? You doing all right today?
I'm doing good. I know May's going by really fast.
Yes.
What today is the 21st? Is that right?
Yep, 21st.
Wow. We're recording this day of. That's unusual for us. That's how backed up we are. We didn't get to pre-record.
Well, somebody was sick this week.
Yeah. Hey, I had the
Montezuma's revenge.
If you get the Montez, I had the Mississippi River revenge. I had the river revenge this week. Something hit me after awards Friday night. By the time we went and grabbed a bite of dinner. Saturday night. I don't even know what day it was. Fever got on me. I didn't think I was going to make it back to the hotel room. I was driving like a madman through all the downtown traffic and slammed it up in the valet line and ran for the elevator. And it's been 4 or 5 days. I still ain't quite 100%. That was not fun. I don't know what I contracted, but it wasn't a COVID, but it was something vicious. I know that. my body got cleansed.
Nobody else got sick. We were all in close
Ninja
quarters.
Did.
Yeah, he did. We were all in. Did you and Ninja eat something similar?
No, I only saw him just a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I don't know what it must have. I mean, there's a stomach bug going around the area. I mean, one of our Katie's daughter was sick, come home from school or something with it. So
I don't think it was a stomach bug. I think you ate something bad.
I don't know. Whatever it was,
poisoning.
Whatever it was, I do not want it again, and I will be glad. I'll be glad when I'm back to 100%.
So, do you want to talk about the Fergie burn-ins first? Or
Yeah,
first?
Because we had recorded that right before Memphis in May.
Yeah,
hey,
that's when I was sick.
Fergie showed up for like one day at Memphis in May.
Yeah, did he fly in just for one day?
Yeah, he popped in. He was hanging out with the Sugar Fire guys and Sterling.
Yeah,
Luke and
Booty.
Yeah, they all had a team going, Cookie and Hog. But he just came in for the day, did some promo stuff, stopped by the booth, we took a couple pics, and that was it. But yeah, so he came. How long has that been, Tyler? 2?
It was when I was sick.
Yeah, so it's probably like 2 or 3 weeks.
Beginning of May?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was when Springfest.
April.
It was when Springfest was supposed to be. They moved Springfest.
Yeah.
So it opened it up for him to come in, and I wanted to see how to do Kansas City style burn-ins from a pro.
So Fergie,
he showed me.
He owns the KC Grilling Shop.
Yeah.
KC Grilling Company.
That's right.
Yeah. And he does competitions, and he has rubs and sauces and stuff like that. But he's located.
He's on the board of
City.
Kansas City Barbecue Society. KCBS.
Really?
Yeah. He's a really good.
He's known for his burn-ins and brisket. Yeah. They were really good burn-ins.
They were excellent.
Yeah.
They were excellent, and those were just choice grade brisket points that he brought.
So where do you source the brisket points?
He gets them. I mean, out in Kansas City, I guess you can. He orders them from just his local purveyor by the case. He says he sells them in the store. You can buy them points already ready to go. You don't have to do much trimming to them or anything.
In the video, he says he gets them in a 3-pack.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
If I could get a 3-pack of points, man, I ain't nothing like that in Memphis.
So you think
I hadn't found them.
Do you think they sell them at like a Sam's and Costco out there in Kansas City?
Probably so. I don't know.
I wonder if you could get them online and order them. Just the points. I know Matt Pittman does.
I mean, I know. Like, see, a lot of those, like, he probably gets them from, like, Benny Keith or someone like that. And Fergie told me his purveyor out there, but it was like, it wasn't like Cisco. It was like it was a local purveyor that did like food service. So I'm sure they supply the barbecue restaurants because those Kansas City restaurants, burn ends are on every menu. So they're not just cutting their whole. They don't have time to cut their whole briskets down, so they have to be getting those points in. So
I imagine they're selling more burn ends by the pound than they are.
They probably do
slices. Yeah. So the hardest part about that recipe might be sourcing.
Yeah, once you get the points, I mean, you could buy a whole brisket and cut it down yourself. Kevin sells them. You can buy points from him, but there are Wagyu points that he's already trimmed out the flat and they're a little more expensive, but they're delicious.
You're talking about butcher shop.
I actually have a couple in the freezer.
Really?
Yeah, out here in the shop freezer. I found them the other day. I was like, whoa, I forgot about these.
Are they Wagyu?
Yeah, they're A9 Australian, but they are.
Let's make a note about that.
Yeah, I need to write that down. Cook those burn ends. I'll go ahead and write that down. Cook those burn ends for shell. I wish you would have got some of those. Did I bring?
No, you brought me
home?
a few home. So I did get to try them, and I thought they were just textbook, really good.
How you wanted to burn in?
Yeah.
His recipe wasn't complicated. It was, it wasn't. It was all about putting some, seasoning on it, putting some smoke on it, wrapping it up. It had the beef consomme in there.
What do you mix it with? Beef consomme and something else.
It's like,
remember Tyler?
Cosmos, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Cosmos.
Cosmos
beef.
Yeah. He just put that in a bowl and then poured it in there. Let it roll till it was super tender. I mean, they were, he ran them on up, cubed them up, tossed them. Man, they were dynamite.
Did he rest them before he sliced it into cubes?
Not a whole lot, Of course,
he didn't pull out a cooler and actually rest it.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a step.
No, it was like we knocked that out. It was like right on. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you to really, with burn ends. I don't rest them either. I mean, when I usually separate, I rest the flat. But when I make the burn ends, I usually keep them up, continue cooking them, and cook them down. And our contest burn ends a little different than his because I do it a little sweet. I add barbecue sauce to it a little bit.
He had barbecue sauce,
but it wasn't like his was like, to me it was beefier, which I don't use the consomme, which I like because it gives it that it's like a beefy, extra fortified beef flavor.
Yeah, and that Cosmos brisket mop, does it have phosphates in it?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
No, it's kind of. I think it tastes like to me the old. Do you remember when we went to Travis Clark's class and he gave us that brisket wrapping liquid?
Yes.
Where it had like the beer in it, the Worcestershire had different, all these different things, and that's what Cosmos reminds me of, just in one bottle. You don't have to buy 20 ingredients to make this.
Yeah.
And that's a classic contest style brisket. They call it mop, but it's really like a wrap.
Yeah.
And I don't know people that
because it's kind of thick.
It has consistency, but I mean it's different, It's like it's kind of a cross between a marinade and a brine a little bit, and I don't know, and a mop, I guess. I don't know why they call it a mop. I don't ever see anybody
actually
basting and mopping briskets, but it always goes in the wrap. It's good stuff. I like the Cosmo stuff. I've used it before.
Heck yeah, we sell it.
Online?
Yeah, we sell it online.
And in the store? No, just online, I think.
I think we just sell it.
We should
online.
have that here local, though, because that's something people use.
You know what? That's a good thing. I'm going to tell Katie. Tell Mikey and Katie.
Mikey, yeah. But no, and it really didn't take that long. We ran the Outlaw 275, 300.
So what does he typically cook on? Does he cook on Outlaw?
I think he cooks on gravity fed most of the time.
Oh.
He has Randall's pits. What are those? The ones he's cooked on?
Deep South.
Deep South, yeah. Deep South gravity feds. I think that's what he cooks on most of the time.
Really?
Out in the shop, out of his shop, I think they got they got several different ones too, though. He does a bunch of classes out there. I want to go check it out. Has people come in.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big shop out there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how. I think he told me his retail is probably 2 or 3 times the size of ours, but he's got a big classroom. So that's what's cool. It's like a learning place too. So
y'all filmed it at Mark and Emily's.
We did because the weather was supposed to be bad.
And we don't have a covered patio like Mark and Emily do.
So I do love Mark's. I'm envious of his setup. It's so nice under his back porch. It's like a outdoor living room or something.
Yeah.
It's got the fireplace with the TV and the furniture and the bar, and he put his big cook. Like that day, we had the BFO under there, and we had his hybrid. Still room for pellet grills and all the other stuff. And we were running a full-blown rib practice for Memphis and May. At the same time, we were doing the Fergie videos. So it's super nice. You can see that on Mark's videos. You can kind of see his setup.
Yeah. You can walk. I just like the fact you can walk from their back of their, from their back door to the cooking area without
having to go in the weather.
Yeah, having to go in the weather.
Unlike ours, where you have to go outside and then you have to walk around. And
one of these days we'll have a good
one of these days, Shell. Always got to have goals, right? You got to have goals. I want to cover the whole entire thing on ours outside and screen it in and make it where I can put the grills in and out. That way it's.
Are you going to fill in the pool and build a new pool?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan too. We'll fill that pool in, just push everything out in the yard.
Heck yeah.
Build a new pool.
With a
lazy river and everything. Yeah. Have a lazy river that goes down towards the lake and back around. I want like a Hugh Hefner grotto out there. If we're going to get crazy, we're going to get crazy with it.
I would love to have that, like the pool show we watch on HGTV.
Yeah, insane pools or off the deep end or one of them. Yeah, where they build they build those big rock grottos. Mm-hmm. And they can put a lazy river that makes a loop around.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of how much water it takes?
Oh, imagine the pumps and everything.
Oh, it takes multiple pumps.
Man, we'd have turtles and snakes and all kind of stuff living out there where we are. You
beavers.
Can't just there'd be beavers trying to dam up the lazy river. You can't just put something like that in Mississippi, I don't think. Not where we live.
Not with the rednecks.
Yeah. Have you seen those living pools? It's like it almost looks like a pond, but it has like a sand entry. And
I showed you that, and I was like, let's do this. And you had some bad words to say.
If I want to do that, I'm just going to jump off the dock. That's what
it's supposed to be like no chemicals or low chemicals.
I ain't buying it. Yeah, I ain't buying that.
I don't think it's for our climate. Yeah.
I like to see my blue bottom so I can tell what's in there. At least I feel like I got a fighting chance. There's a damn water moccasin in there or something.
But Fergie's method was really simple.
Yeah.
It's easier than cooking a whole brisket.
Yeah, way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there was no messing it up because you didn't really have to worry about overcooking it. The only thing you could have done wrong on that was undercook it, take it off too soon. And he was going just by straight feel. He didn't really care about the temp. It was like 210 or whatever it was.
I think it was 209 in the video is what it showed. So he got it on up there. Yeah.
It was tender. They were melting in your mouth, and that's what you want. With a burnt end, to me, a burnt end should almost like have much chew at all. It should just, you put it in your mouth and you get all the meatiness, and it's just.
It almost dissolves without being mushy.
That's a perfect one. Yeah. Yes. If it's mushy, it's not good. Yeah. But if it's chewy either, it's not good. It's a fine line to me when they're just right. And those really, you say burnt ends. It's really not what a burnt end is. The burnt ends were the free pieces that those guys, when they started selling brisket out in Kansas City, they would cut it right there at the counter, and you can't slice the ends of the brisket because it wants to crumble or it's always overcooked. That's the pieces that was exposed the most. So they kind of got burned a little or overcooked. And so they would cut that off into some form of it wasn't a perfect cube. It was just a chunk, here and there. And they'd put it up on top of the counter. And that was, if you were up there ordering you a pound or whatever you're getting, they'd throw you that while you're standing in line or something. And that's why they called them burnt ends. When people got to wanting them, so they had to start fixing them to sell. Yeah. And then they ended up, we'll just cube the whole thing. And then competition come along, turn them into these perfect little 1x1 cubes and all that. So that's what we got now.
It is one of my favorite, as far as the competition, chicken, ribs, pulled pork, and brisket. The burnt ends is my favorite bite out of all that.
Yeah. Do you know, this is a good barbecue fact. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was the one that went to Kansas City and he started the whole selling the burnt ends and all that out there. And he's from Memphis. So all these people that claim Kansas City really, started the whole barbecue thing out in Kansas City. It was a guy from Memphis that went out there and did it. And I got a link to it on my computer saved. I need to go back and find that name.
I'm Googling it and see if I can find it.
I think he was the one.
Calvin Trillin?
That sounds about right.
Oh, no, this is Kansas City native. Calvin Trillin is often credited with popularizing burnt ends.
That's not who it is then. This guy, I think this guy helped start Gates or something like that. It was one of the original barbecue. I mean, he started with like a barbecue cart or something like that. Selling
Henry Perry.
That sounds like it right there. He's from Memphis.
Yep.
What does it say?
Oh gosh, he was born in 1874.
That's a good long time ago, wasn't it?
Dang. He's the self-proclaimed father of Kansas City barbecue.
Look at that.
He was born in Shelby County.
That's right. That's right here, one county over from us right now. So who would have thought that a man from Memphis created Kansas City style barbecue? They want to talk about how
you just like this because it gives you more justification.
Yeah, the Memphis. That's right. To our style.
I'm okay with that.
It came from here. I don't care what you say.
I mean, really, all barbecues kind of started from
what that says
here
me
and went on out.
Is that a native Memphian knows how to cook barbecue, went out to Kansas City, brought barbecue to Kansas City, and started the whole thing. So, you want to talk about barbecue regions?
Memphis is the best.
Memphis is the best.
Texas, pretty good too.
That's not. I mean,
it's a whole different.
It's a whole
category.
different thing. Yeah,
it's beef barbecue.
Yeah.
They are the best.
They're the best at beef.
barbecue.
You want to say where's the best beef barbecue? I would say Texas. Now, if you want to talk pork, you're not gonna beat Memphis.
So, overall, it's a great experience.
Cooking with Fergie?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, it was. Oh, he's fun, man.
Tyler edited that video.
So Fergie is the one that taught me how to do the Miller Lite thing, Tyler.
Oh, really?
Where we put the, what'd you call them, Malcom bombs?
Yeah.
Where we take we take a can of Miller Lite. I mean, just an ice cold, refreshing, one of the best beers you can drink, just an everyday beer. It's not craft. It's not nothing fancy. It's just good drinking American beer.
One you can
Miller
lay
Lite,
with.
gold top can.
What did he call it?
I don't know what they call them.
I couldn't find a name for it online.
Yeah, I don't know what he called them. He said, "Hey man, this guy showed me this, and we do them all the time." And so I said, "All right, let's try it." And so you take hot sauce and you put all over the lid. Like take a gold top can of Miller Lite.
Pre-open.
Don't open it.
Okay.
Yeah, where you're gonna open it, where the little pop top is. You take, I don't know, what would you say, 4 or 5 good dashes of hot sauce?
Mm-hmm.
That's considerable.
Yeah. Then you sprinkle on some rub. Now we used hot rub. We were filming the video. I've been using Gringo just because I think it tastes good in it.
A lot of people said they use Tajin.
Oh yeah, tahine or however you say that.
Yeah,
yeah. You put anything that's kind of, you don't want something super salty, but you want to have some flavor, a little bit of spice, and then you squeeze a good lime wedge right on top of that. So you made this kind of muddy, hot saucy, limey mess right on top of your top. You pop it and you take a big chug, and all that the beer comes in and mixes with all those flavors and tastes delicious.
It gives that Miller Lite some flavor.
I mean, you need it. Kind of reminds me of the michelada that we do.
Yep.
You know, it's a lot what it's like.
Yeah.
Just in one drink. So
what's a michelada?
It's clamato juice and beer and Worcestershire, little soy, lime juice. That's about it, ain't it, Tyler? Is that about what we put in there?
That's a good hangover.
That's really what they use it. Yeah. You go to the Mexican restaurant after you've had too many cervezas or margaritas the night before, the next day, that'll get you going. Be leveled out. But it's on ice. This is just a frosty can of gold top Miller Lite.
Did you do any of those at Memphis MA?
I did. We did do one, didn't we?
We did, starting off the morning strong.
So, Tyler,
I think that's where I got food poisoning. Must have been blaming on a bad gold top.
Beer don't ever cause food poisoning.
There's no way it does.
It's caused other.
Have you ever had a bad beer? Have you ever had it's a bad beer? I have. You can tell they've been hot and cold too many times. They've went through too many cycles. Yeah. I don't know if it's made me sick, but it definitely tastes bad.
You save those till you're about 4 or 5 deep.
And then it don't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's nothing on the dudes beside us doing their, what do they call those?
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
Did you have that on the list to talk about?
Oh, no.
Oh, man, Dunkaroo. I wanted to get Tyler doing a Dunkaroo so bad. I'm too old and big to do Dunkaroos. I can do sit-downs. Sit-downs.
Sit-aroos.
Yeah. You take a shot, somebody dumps a cooler over and you can chug a beer. I can do that. We call those sit-downs when you get old. But they had a horse trough, and it was probably half as long as this table right here. Just filled up. I don't know, might have been river water. They were getting water from somewhere and putting in it.
Old cooler water or something.
Yeah, and they were out there. These were younger guys, these were younger guys.
Yeah,
they were out there, had their shirts off, all buff and everything. And so they would keyhole a beer, get it ready, have it on standby, ready to shotgun. They had a jar. They said they were supposed to have, what did they say they were supposed to be?
I saw them shooting several things. One day they were shooting moonshine.
Yeah.
Might have said tequila or something like that.
He told me what it was supposed to be, but they didn't have it. All they had was a jar of like
apple pie moonshine.
Apple pie moonshine. And they would turn that moonshine up. And the guy would put his hands on this big tub and do a handstand. Somebody pick his legs like you're doing a keg stand, back in the day. And they'd hold him up and he'd put his head in there. And I never
basically dunked his head.
I couldn't tell how long because it wasn't like,
It was pretty quick.
But it was different times every one. Some of them would put their heads in there and go around like they were fishing for something. and then some of them, they just dab in and get out. I guess it was however long you wanted to stay in there. And I don't know what that had to do with anything. But then they'd stand them back upright and hand them that shotgun beer, and they'd do that, they'd shotgun that beer. So that was the Dunkaroo. And so these guys did that all weekend.
Every second of every day.
I mean, they were constantly, and I don't know if they changed the water out or if they just added to it every time.
Kept adding ice.
Yeah, kept adding ice.
Was it iced water?
Oh yeah, it was iced.
So by Friday night at the awards, because they got a Colin sauce. I think they ended up third or fourth.
I didn't know that.
Sauce. Yeah, and
I like those guys. Those are some fun neighbors to have.
So. Who was it went over there? I think it was Brian. Brian, he went up to the award. No, Brian and Jamie, they went to the awards Friday night. And they said these guys, the Dunkaroo guys, they were just out there laid out, like at the awards. Like I said, what do you mean? They said they're just laying on the ground, man. I guess they got tired doing all those Dunkaroos. They would smooth out. They didn't stop them, though. They come back, started back doing Dunkaroos.
You've been there. Maybe not with the Dunkaroos.
That's what I love about Memphis. We used to do the strawberry shots, and those were one of my favorites to do.
I bet.
We would take, we'd go to the farmer's market or Sam's or somewhere that you could get lots of strawberries.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking flats. And we'd take one afternoon and we'd haul them out, cut the core out, cut a little divot in it to where it'll hold something. We put them in a big, dispenser, like one of those 5-gallon dispensers, just fill it up, and then we pour the vodka to it. And it might take, 2 or 3 half gallons to completely submerge all the strawberries. And we let it soak, a day?
Yeah.
In that vodka.
Overnight.
And then you'd set that by the bar. And then you'd have all these bottles of Kahlua lined up with the little pour spigots in them and cans of whipped cream. I don't know how many cans of whipped cream, ready whipped cream we'd buy. It'd probably be 2 or 3 cases of that stuff.
It was a lot.
And then we had a bar chair that kind of leaned back in. So you'd sit in that bar chair and you'd fish out whoever was at the bar.
It was typically a girl would sit in the bar chair and lean back.
As far as she could lean. Yeah, you'd lean her way back. And then you get those strawberries, get it out of that vodka, pour Kahlua all in it, fill it with whipped cream, and then just slide it right down their throat. And man, those things were awesome. They would get you. You do get a dozen of those, and you were through booking. You'd have been out there laying out at the awards too.
That's how you get your wife and girlfriend mad at you.
Oh, yeah.
Start passing out too many of those. Because the girls get into it. They start licking fingers.
Yeah, then we got the Sharpies out, and they let you just autograph them. They didn't care.
This is getting too deep. We gotta stay away from these stories.
Good times at barbecues.
More of a live stream kind of conversation.
I think this is a PG one. I don't know if this is.
We don't do that stuff.
We don't do that stuff. Nope. No more strawberry. Can we bring the strawberry sharks back just once?
Let's go for it.
Once.
I want to do a TikTok on it. I think that'd be a great TikTok.
We just need we need Mikey to go do some recruiting for us for some extras.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Hey, Tyler needs to tell that story because I wasn't there then.
All right. So our retail manager, Mikey, we are walking down, just kind of meeting people all throughout Memphis in May. And we have this big idea to do a big music video using one of Nelly's song. Is it Just Let Me See Your Grill? Or
yeah, something like that. Well, you know the
song.
Let
Me See Your Grill, yeah.
And so we want it to be this big music video with a bunch of girls washing Malcom's grills and stuff. And so we've been trying to theorize as to who we want to get for that music video. So we had talked about asking some local cheerleading teams like Northwest or preferably Memphis University, something like that. So we passed, I want to say it was called Grind City. It was Grind City's tent.
Yeah.
And the 3 of the Grizz girls were there.
But they had like a monster booth, like 2-story double-decker,
yes.
all done up. Yeah.
It was humongous. And there was like NBA players upstairs and everything hanging out and stuff. So it was part of the Grizzlies. So anyways, we're walking by and I'm telling Mikey this story. And, Mikey's feeling pretty good, I think, at this point.
He may have had a gold top or two.
And he's like, you want me to go ask him for you? And I was like, no, Mikey, don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. And he was like, all right. So then we passed it again on the way back. He's like, I'm going to ask him. And then he starts hollering up to him like, hey, I got a proposition for y'all.
He's propositioned the Grizzly girl.
I mean, that's an intimidating situation.
Heck yeah. He just grabbed the...
So what were they talking to him?
Yeah, they hollered down at us for a little while, and he said that we had a video that we wanted them to be in, and took a little bit more convincing past that. And then
did he get anywhere? Did he get a firm yes or no?
Yeah, so she wanted us to follow her on Instagram, so we did that, and then they said just contact them when we wanted. Mikey even averted the agent. He said, we don't want to work with an agent. We want to work with y'all.
He's smart. I like Mikey's style.
I can see Mike being like, I'm your agent.
I'm the agent now. Yeah. Let's get you some paying gigs. I don't know what these Grizzlies are paying you, but we're going to need you to get in the back of this Ford truck where we got this grill hooked to it. We're going to do a music video.
H2Q girl.
Q girls.
No, we had a great year this year.
It was. We finished 6th place in the rib category. That's our best finish yet in ribs.
Yeah.
In the pro division, 6th. I mean, we got to get on stage. Well, they only let 2 of us go on stage. So
you weren't feeling good at that time,
no. So it was already something was coming on me. I knew it.
Well, we had a big issue at ribs too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, rib teams got done wrong.
So tell that story, Malcolm.
So rib judging starts. So with Memphis and May, you've got 2 parts. You've got the blind part, which everybody knows, build a blind box, and you turn it in and it's judged. Well, at Memphis, you also have to do on-site judging, and that's where 3 different judges come to your booth spaced out about 15 minutes apart. Or they come every 15 minutes. That's how it works. You get 3 of them. And they're supposed to be there at 1:15 for ribs. So they have scheduled times where you know where your ribs have to be done. Your site has to be pristine. You've got to have everything ready to go. And it's 1:15. That's go time for us. So we build our rib box. We get it ran in at 1:15. And at 1:30, we're expecting that first judge. That's when they're supposed to be there. I might have said 1:15, but it's 1:30.
Yeah.
Supposed to have that first judge right there on site. So we're out there. Everything's ready to go. Ribs are on the grill because you got to show them on the grill. Guys are on point. You got everything looking fresh. And me and Waylon are out front, standing there with their, at the gate to our booth, waiting on judges. And we see some of them start kind of meandering through. There's usually some kind of Memphis and May official out there, and he's helping them figure out which team they go to. And, 5 minutes goes by, and we're behind schedule. That judge is 5 minutes late. We never had this happen. Another 5 minutes goes by, and we're like, okay, something's wrong now. Our second judge is going to be here. We haven't even done the first judge. It's throwing us off. Well, word starts coming down. All judges report back to the judging tent. So the teams beside us, they had judges in the booth. A lot of them did. They pulled all those judges back, sent them all back to the booth, and we're like, what's going on? Our ribs are sitting here on, ready. You can't really hold them at that point. You're go. And then they say there was a mix-up with the scorecards some kind of way. Someone got duplicated. So they had to trash all the scoring cards, reprint them, and redistribute them, give everybody new assignments, new teams, and get them back out. So
it's 4 o'clock.
It was 4:15 before we ever got our first judge. So that was like 2 hours, 45 minutes for us that we're trying to hold ribs. Now we've got our finals ribs that we still got to glaze and everything because you got to have another round after your preliminary round. So, it was like the rib teams were dead in the water. It's so hard to hold ribs that long. If you didn't have some that were kind of staged out, you weren't going to do very well. Now, we improvised pretty well being the team we are. Our ribs were really, really good this year. Do I think that they had a chance to win first place if we'd have got to go when we went? We made the best out of it. I didn't let it throw the presentation off or anything. No. We held our ribs. That's what we had to do.
But we've cooked Memphis and May for 20 years almost. We've never seen anything like this happen.
No, never. Yeah, that was crazy. And a lot of teams were pissed. I heard a lot of them say they were going to turn the judges away. They were going to ask for their money back. It was a bad mess up. I know mess ups happen.
We had a good attitude about it. Like, let's just have a beer.
The Dunkaroo team, they just took all their ribs and started serving them. They put all their food out and turned their music up, started doing Dunkaroo. It's all how they fared. They were some good guys. Those were good people. I love cooking next to them.
Oh, no, they're like a real competition team. They did well in Eudora, I think.
Atoka, I think is where they just cooked recently, yeah.
They had done well.
What was that team name?
Was it
remember?
Swine 01 or something like that?
It might have been. I didn't get their team name. I met the head cook and his son and his wife, and they were really good. I met a bunch of people there.
They were turning in good food. They were letting us try it.
Yeah, she brought over some for their chicken entry. It was a excellent.
I thought so too.
Chicken thigh. I thought, man, that was one of the best pieces of meat I had.
It was a KCBS.
Style.
Chicken,
it was. It was textbook.
The team next to us on the other side of us, they turned in mountain lion for their
Is that where that mountain lion came from? Yes. I didn't try it, man. I can't eat my cat.
You didn't want to get sick.
Smokey is almost as big as a mountain lion. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, man. This cat.
When you looked at it, you don't see Smokey. You just see meat in a pan.
Yeah, but I just know.
It tasted like dry pork loin.
Really?
Yeah. With a turkey.
You could eat it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Would you go out of your way to go shoot a mountain lion just to eat that?
No. I'd have a problem processing a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Like, I could take the meat and it say mountain lion on the package and cook it. Yeah.
Some mountain lion tenders or whatever.
But I tried it.
Yeah.
Now I can say I did.
We did those Gamekeeper Butchery for Mossy Oaks bison ribeyes.
And that did well.
They turned out fantastic. Brian Wesson cooked those, and it was actually like a 4-way tie for first.
It's actually a 5-way tie.
But I guess they coin flipped it out, and we ended up 4th in it, but that was still awesome. It was really solid entry. It was good. He cooked them on a PK, seasoned them up kind of. He really did them kind of competition style, but he used Mark and Jamie's new prime beef rub. It's kind of a prototype they're working on getting bottled. Actually, they got the recipe down. It has a real good mushroom finish to it, and it's like this umami flavor of beef, and it just brings out whatever you put it on. So that was what I think. On that bison, it was cooked, rare to rare plus. That's where it shines because it didn't. That's the big difference in the bison and like regular beef. It doesn't have as much fat.
Yeah.
So
the meat is real pretty. It's like bright red.
Yeah. It's a real like deep red. It was really good.
That boars and cheese sauce with it.
Yeah, it had that boars and cheese sauce.
I will say,
there's pictures of it. Did you put them on Instagram or y'all put them all over social, right?
The exotic was great. It was wonderful. It deserved. Winning.
Oh yeah.
Mark's beef was absolutely perfect.
Mark got robbed. He was 12th, so he did an A9 fillet, the whole beef tenderloin, cut them into fillets, and they were phenomenal. He got them from Kevin at the butcher shop. Did them on the PK. Did them with his beef rub, same seasoning that Mark used on the bison. Did the same boars and cheese sauce.
Yeah, they were similar entries.
That A9 fillets, I've said this before, it might have been the best bite of meat, but man, they was up there with some of the best beef you could possibly eat. I just find it hard to believe there's just that much better beef on the planet than that because it is so good. It melts in your mouth. You don't need teeth to eat it. You don't need a knife to cut it.
But it was seasoned just perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
He got the perfect cook on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It was, I didn't see, there was absolutely nothing wrong. It was perfect.
There was, of all that.
It was the best beef entry I've ever seen.
It was good. It was really, really good.
Did you try it?
You think it was better than David's when he won? Because that's what Dave did.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He
did beef fillets.
Yeah.
He did. I think they're just choice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try them?
I did. Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah.
And just watching the process and stuff like that and how specific everything was to the T. Like, it was like watching like a scientist go to work. It was really cool. Really cool.
Yeah. Our ancillaries were solid now.
Yeah. We did wings on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we turned in
did the garlic parm wings on the BFO. They were good.
They were good.
They were really good.
We did our regular sauces, regular vinegar, regular tomato sauce, but you turned in a new mustard sauce.
That's right.
I was kind of expecting that to win. It was good.
It was good. Yeah.
So, are you gonna bottle that?
I don't know. It's so every year Cattleman sponsors Memphis in May.
You're not.
And I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm not going to lie. Why would I lie? The Cattleman sponsors Memphis in May, and to the teams they give you like a little form, and you can pick out what is it, 10 or 15 gallons or
Something
whatever.
Like you get some ketchup.
Yeah, you can pick. They got a list of stuff, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So they have one called Cattleman's. It used to Carolina Gold, and it's their mustard sauce, and we use it for meatball. It makes the best crock pot meatballs you ever had. But it's just their mustard based, and I like it. And people in Memphis use it for wings all the time. They mix it with honey into these honey gold wings with a little hot sauce. So I took, and just knowing that the judges probably know the Cattleman's flavor because they've been sponsoring it for years,
And it's a good mustard sauce.
and it's a good mustard sauce. I started with that, and they give you a bonus. Like if you win and you say thanks Cattleman's first when you go upstage, and you give them the recipe using some of the Cattleman's in the recipe, you get double the money. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna try to get that double the money in the mustard one. So I used the Cattleman's honey Carolina Gold. I mixed that with about half a bottle of my vinegar sauce. So they were
would you say 50?
50, maybe, yeah.
Maybe 60,
And then
40?
I added probably a quarter cup of honey.
Oh,
3
I
ingredients.
added the honey.
It was
Good.
3 ingredients is all that was in it. Mixed it up, heated it up, and I was like, dang, this is a good mustard sauce
It was
now.
so good.
I was like, and then Waylon didn't know what I did. He was back there warming the sauces up for getting ready to turn in. He said, man, what is this mustard sauce? This is the best you ever made. I was like, yeah, you like that, don't you? That's a hard one. 3 ingredients.
We need to contact Cattleman and see if they'll.
I need to see if I can make that recipe. I've got a good mustard sauce that I make.
Yeah.
And I've thought about bottling it, but there's just not, I don't know, there's how many people buy mustard sauce?
It depends on how good it is.
If I'm making meatballs, I buy it.
Yeah. When do you eat mustard sauce with barbecue?
I mean, I don't.
I don't either.
I would go white
Meatballs,
barbecue sauce.
Maybe wings.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It does. I love hot honey gold wings. But it's just not something that your average person puts on barbecue. I mean, have you ever said, "Oh, I'm gonna get mustard sauce"?
No, I can't even think of a good brand, honestly, off
Yeah.
the top of my head.
I mean, there's
It's
not that many really.
It's a regional thing.
It is. I think it's a Carolina thing, or maybe where the whole mustard sauce thing started, and why I do not know. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it.
It's
just
great on
not-
chicken nuggets.
Yeah. I can see that.
We
I don't
didn't.
know. I need to do a recipe with it. Have I done a hot honey gold wing recipe? I don't know if I have.
I don't know. I
know Mark has. I don't know.
you did for like a Instagram recipe.
Yeah.
You
I
didn't
need
like
to
the
do that.
YouTube recipe.
Yeah.
We didn't do a lot of cooking in the booth. We did cook some lamb, the Lamb Federation or National Lamb People. I don't know. So they gave us some lamb.
We got lamb shoulder and lamb ribs.
Those lamb ribs were good.
Man,
you
we had
try-
some our judging friends, Mr. Larry and Miss Jane Gashin, always come by and wish us luck or whatever. They help. Actually, I think they organize or rep a lot of SCA contests now. Like when I first met them, they were judging Memphis and May style contest. Then they got into doing KCBS judging and helping and all that. But they always come by. They help with Memphis and May. They volunteer in the judging tent or something. So they come by and they tried those ribs, and I was like, "Who wants to eat these lamb ribs?" You know,
Me and Larry.
they thought they were better than any rib they've ever had at Memphis and May. That's what Larry told me. Then he come back and asked me if we had more, and said his wife loves them and wanted the recipe. I was like, Larry, we just put a hot rub on them and threw them on the pit and didn't do nothing.
I thought it was TX.
I think it was
It was
just
hot?
regular hot. Yeah, I mean that was it. It was just out of some package of. I don't
They
know.
were
I was not
good.
impressed with the lamb ribs.
They gave us a lamb shoulder. I wasn't that impressed with the lamb shoulder.
Yeah.
That's all I got to try. I didn't get. I don't know why I missed the ribs or
Yeah.
something, but
Do you like lamb?
I do. I didn't
Yeah.
love the shoulder.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little strong. I couldn't eat a lot of it, but I heard the ribs were really good.
I'm
so.
Yeah.
pretty sure it wasn't lamb. That was full blown old nag
That's mountain
sheep.
lion.
If you'd have told me that was mountain lion, I'd have believed you. Yeah, I tried to bite it. I was like, what the? This ain't good.
It left like a weird taste in my mouth for the rest of the
Very.
day. It's kind of
And that's why I don't like lamb. I mean, I have had some lamb. And I'm like, wow, I get it. This is why people eat it. It's delicious. It didn't have any weird
You had a
taste.
good chop or something.
Yeah.
They're usually,
Yeah, it's usually off a chop or a rack or something
you've
like
had
that.
at a fancy
the loin.
restaurant.
But other times I've had lamb. I was like, man, why would you want to eat this?
We cooked brats one day. Brian DeJong, we'll give him a shout out. He sent it to us. He said they were the best brats. They were world champion brats, is what they said.
They came from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Yeah. Same place where they make Johnsonville. And he told me Johnsonville just spent all their money on marketing. That's why they got the big name and everything. But these are the real deal best brats in Wisconsin, from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
And they were Maisfelds, I think is how you say it.
I don't know.
Miesfeld.
Sounds like
Maisfeld's brats.
to me.
They were good.
Somebody let us know if anybody's from Wisconsin or knows anything about those. Send us a message and tell us the real deal.
Yeah.
Because all we see is Johnsonville. Were these better than Johnsonville? Heck yeah, they were better. They were awesome. We smoked them though. We threw them on the Traeger, had them smoking. So
you they put them in a beer bath.
I beer bathed them.
Yeah.
Put them in there, let them simmer for a little while, and then I put them in, and I put them right back on the rack, kind of dried them out, browned them up, and they were good.
They were. We didn't have onions and peppers, but
that's the only thing we're missing with those.
We had mayo.
I'll tell you what else was jam up we did. It was a big Nathan's supersized dog, colossal dogs.
Colossal all beef dogs.
If y'all hadn't tried those, you're missing out.
That is the best hot dog you will ever get.
$12 a pack.
They are 12 for $8.
Yeah, it's the most expensive hot dogs you'll buy. But man, they're good. Everybody come in the booth that had, what do y'all got, hot dogs for lunch? I said, yep. But man, that's the best hot dog going. There were some people, Outlaw J. Craig, they'd ate one and they went back and got them like 2 dogs and was just eating dogs with the fork and putting the mustard and relish and stuff on it. I was like, man, I really need bun on those.
100% beef dog is like the way to go for that dog, in my opinion.
I mean,
you throw them on the Traeger, you don't do nothing to them. You just cook them until, I don't know.
Roll them. I roll them.
How long so you're the hot dog cook. How long do you cook a hot dog on a Traeger?
30, 45 minutes.
It don't take long. I
mean, there is no set time.
Yeah. We're going to take, I told Mark, I want to take that 885 and just see how many hot dogs we can put on it. How many hot dogs?
I thought you were going to see how many on the BFA.
Oh, we're going to do that too.
Yeah.
That would be a good one to do for like 4th of July.
That's what we're doing.
That's the day. That's when they do the big Nathan's hot dog contest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do a Hernando hot dog eating contest.
Absolutely.
We get like 3. We get like 3 people to sign up, and we fill up the BFO, and we give out free hot dogs, and we do a thing and guess how many hot dogs you can fit on it.
Just do
not
all
stacked,
hot dogs.
One layer, as many hot dogs as we can get in it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then we give out hot dogs, and we have a hot dog eating contest, and it's a 4th of July Star Spangled celebration.
Well, we have it scheduled for the 20th.
We can get us a dancing blow up man.
I got one. I bought a new sleeve. He's American flag.
Is he American flag? Uncle Sam style? Can we get a red, white, and blue pig blow up or a suit or something?
Give me some time.
All right. I like where this is going.
On June 26th at the shop, we are doing like a 4th of July demo type day. That would be a perfect day. We could do the hot dog eating contest. Yeah. Free hot dogs. Yes.
We should do employees first, though. Of course.
Are you going to do
the hot dog
absolutely,
contest?
I absolutely would.
But see, we're doing the ones they do are just the skinny.
Yeah.
Nathan's, not the big jumbo claw. You hurt somebody trying to make all you eat those.
No, just the little ones. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're just doing
how
regular
many,
hot
How many do you
dogs.
think you could do, Tyler?
Bun.
Are you going to dunk it in water, or are you going to
just
eat it normal? Yeah,
Oh,
you got to eat the bun.
If we're doing it with buns, I mean, I could dunk it in water for sure. But
would you?
To me, technically, you got to have
because
a
that
bun
would
to make
ruin
a
it.
dog.
I mean, I've never done one of those, but I would. If I got to dunk it in water, I don't know if I could just eat it.
It depends on who I'm going up against. I will say that. Like if I'm not like intimidated really, then I think I would just eat them normally because I wouldn't have to eat that many.
How many hot dogs are you good for?
That's what we're trying to. We're getting the number.
I mean, I think I could probably eat, if I had to, 6.
Oh, come on.
You could eat more than 6?
Yeah.
That's it?
You could definitely eat more than 6.
That's a lot of dogs and bread.
I say upwards of 20. You just got to go fast, man.
Man, that'd make you so sick.
It would.
Yeah. I enjoy my dog too much. I want to put some mustard and some relish, maybe a little ketchup.
You want to enjoy it, yeah.
I just gotta get excited. I just gotta have my squeeze bottle of mayo on my right hand.
Oh man, are you gonna blue plate it up?
Yeah.
Blue plate it?
That's where you get sick.
Oh man.
And then dunk it in the water.
Oh man. Oh, then you got to drink the water. Oh man. Oh, I don't know what to watch. That would be a good day, though. We need to do that.
Hot dog
contest. We can't just have a bunch of people sign up. How many think we?
Oh no, we'll do like 4, 5, 6, something like that. You have to pre-register.
We're gonna like put them at a table and under a tent.
Yeah.
Eating dogs. I love it. That's gonna be fun.
They got to guess how many hot dogs is in the BFO.
Everybody gets to do that.
Yeah, and then we'll have.
Well, you can't. That would be. Yeah, everybody puts it in, and then how do you do that? You draw it out, or we have to rethink that.
What do you mean? I think like whoever's putting them on, I guess maybe would just count them, right?
Oh, we would know.
Yeah, we would know.
We know how many we bought or whatever.
True.
But I mean, what if multiple people guess the same number?
Then they go in the hat and you draw it.
Might be that way.
Yeah.
Who all got 42?
That thing's probably going to hold like
I have no
100.
idea. Well, it's got to be. I'm thinking 1,000.
Yeah.
How many hot dogs you think it'll hold? We're gonna need the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile here.
Yes.
Can we get the Wienermobile?
Contact the
I've
Oscar.
seen it in Hernando.
Heck yeah, I've seen it at Kroger before. If it don't, maybe we can get like the Brian Wiener.
What's the
Circle B? Y'all got a van or something you can pull up? Sorry. Oh, Cadillac. Circle B Cadillac.
that would be even better.
Oh.
So we also had plenty of country pleasing sausage.
Oh, the
we
best
cooked.
sausage there is.
So they have new flavors. Did you try all the new flavors we tried this weekend?
My favorite that I tried was that pineapple jalapeno.
Yes.
Did you buy that or Brian bring it?
I think I bought that
They come
one.
from Walmart?
Yeah. So they got a pineapple and jalapeno, and it's really good.
Really good.
They have we didn't try this one, but they have a maple blueberry.
Someone Russell told us that was good, but
I'm a little scared.
yeah.
I haven't had a bad sausage from them, so I'd try it, but
The green onion one's awesome too.
they had a black pepper cheddar.
Ooh, that
It was good.
It was spicy,
Yeah.
but I liked it.
Then they had just a 3 cheese. It was really good.
Yeah.
They also have
If you're sleeping on the country pleasing, made in your hometown, Florence, Mississippi, something's wrong with you. We're not even sponsored by them, but I'd say the Country Pleasing Studios. Love them. My favorite sauce.
they have a pork and alligator sausage
That might be interesting.
with crab bowl seasoning.
Is that like a store product, or you got to go down there to Cooper's and get?
I mean, I just went to their website.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. I need to call Aaron. I said, man, he's got to send me. We got to get him to send us some sausage.
Yeah.
They sell our seasons there. I need to do some swapping or something. Holding out on me, man. Got these new products and ain't telling me about them.
They're good.
I'm telling you, if you hadn't had a smell, everybody says that they love the Conecuh sausage from Maine, Alabama. It's good.
It is good.
But it ain't nowhere close to as good as this Country
It
Pleasing.
isn't. It's a little greasy.
It's got way more fake smoke flavor the Conecuh does.
I mean, it's okay. I've had the Conecuh and thought, that's pretty good. It's better than your typical smoked sausage you get in the grocery store.
Did you see the rib eating contest they did at Memphis in May?
I never got to like see it straight up, but I was very surprised by who won.
Yeah, there was like
Why?
A Grizz girl won.
No.
Yep.
They
It was
did-
one of the
I think
girls
they
we
did
met,
too.
me and Mikey. She's
was that one of the ones going to? She ought to be down to show us do the show your
Hold
video.
up. These are multiple videos we can get with this girl.
she's like this little blonde girl, and she tore everybody apart and won. It's
Really?
crazy.
There was one day. I think they did it 2 days. The Shed sponsored it, and they did it 2 days.
Is that one Brooke
day
was hosting it?
Yeah, one day it was a guy won it. That was the Friday one, I think, because Jamie and them went down there and they said this guy ate like 4 trays of ribs. Now they were bringing out trays of ribs, slabs on them, and this guy went through 4 trays. And Jamie said, "This dude's for the puke." He was just waiting on it. You know, there's no way you could eat that much pork at one time. He said there was the second place one was a woman who was 8 months pregnant. Now, I don't know what kind of liability release you had to sign, but for them to let you go up there 8 months pregnant and eat as much ribs as you can in like 15 minutes, that's crazy. But so the guy gets done with these 4 trays of ribs, and Jamie's looking around. He's like, I know this dude's sick somewhere. He turns around, the dude's standing beside him drinking beer, like watching the rest of the award. Like he didn't have to go sit down or nothing. He just ate ate a dozen slabs of ribs. I don't know how many it was. And then went over and started drinking. That's hardcore.
That's
man.
impressive.
You got to train for that. Like he might could eat the whole BFO full of hot dogs.
I wonder if he was like a professional eater.
Oh yeah, that had to be.
Yeah.
Now the Grills girl, I don't know how you explain that.
I mean, she must have been preparing for it or something. I mean, it was.
And that's one
impressive.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. On a good day, if they weren't too sauced and I didn't have too much to go with it, slab of ribs, that's about as much you could eat.
Yeah.
That's a lot, not for a normal. I mean, you know, that's a lot for me.
Yeah, and be comfortable.
Yeah.
But I guess you got to throw that out the
window. You must have.
It's sitting about enjoy. You're thinking about it a completely different way. You're thinking about sitting down, enjoying it.
Yeah, I guess I am. I don't know.
Licking your fingers, getting the last little morsels.
That's some serious stuff, man. That's some serious stuff.
Not for you.
I'm gonna try to find it.
We also had cooked some bologna. We always cook bologna.
Barbecue bologna on the river.
That's pretty much all we cooked.
And wings, ton of wings.
Yeah, we did a bunch of wings.
Yeah.
You're doing so much other cooking and focusing on,
And ribs. We cooked.
Oh yeah, we had a ton of ribs.
48 slabs over the weekend. We did a whole full run on Friday. Same comp timeline and everything, and then we turned around and did it off Saturday for the judging. So
you say we.
And we cooked some. Yeah.
He let Mark kind of captain the rib cooking.
He had Jay ran the pit. Outlaw Jay Craig, appreciate that guy, man. He brought 2 beautiful pits down for us to use. Ran them the whole time. Never checked up. Any temperature you wanted to cook at, he had it ready to roll. All you had to do is season ribs, put them on, wrap them, take them off. It's that easy.
Yeah.
6 in the world. That easy.
Talk about Miss Fancy.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's almost as beautiful as you. And she's not quite as fancy as you, but she's pretty damn fancy.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, she's
way fancier than me.
My new comp pit, man. She did everything we wanted her to at Memphis in May. She got us on stage.
That's one of the prettiest pits I've ever seen.
It is. It's gorgeous. It's got kind of like that sparkle in it, like they put on bass boats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The sun hits it. Oh man, it's gorgeous.
Bright red.
Yeah. Yep. It's got all the little fancy trim, the Killer Hogs plate on the back and on the corners by the firebox. And oh man, it's super nice. Those Outlaw pits. If y'all haven't checked one of them out, you need to put your eyes on them because they are the real deal.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
But what?
Outlaw pits or
Jambos?
Man,
that's tough right there.
The question.
That's like Pepsi and Coke. I mean, they're both. If I had to pick one right now, I'm going Outlaw. I like Miss Jolene, and I bought her. I bought her because I always wanted a Jambo. That was my first stick burner that I ever bought, and I probably never.
You'll
get
always
rid of
love her.
Yeah, always love her. But that Outlaw, man, ladies love Outlaws. Oh, it's a good pit.
I'm glad you don't have a wandering eye for women like you do pits.
Like I do pits. No, Big Hoss, the BFO. He's a bad dude now. You want to talk about the one that put in the work. That's a pit.
That whole pit's impressive.
Yeah. I wonder if Mark took him back to his house. Is he out in the shop?
I think he's here. Yeah.
Okay. I know Miss Fancy's out there. She's going to the house. I'm taking Jolene down to the country. Putting her away.
She's a side piece now. She's not the main.
Man. No, I still like, ain't nothing wrong with Jambo, but that Outlaw, that's a fine cooking machine.
It is. I'm really impressed with that BFO at how even the temperatures are.
From end to end. What you can cook right up. What I do like about the Outlaws, you can cook right on the firebox.
Yes.
Jambo's got a hot spot, but man, you can cook right on the whole thing cooks so even, rack to rack, even from a patio to the fancy pit to the BFO. Jay's got them. The calculations lined out on those.
I know.
They work.
That's what's incredible.
That's
the
what's
engineering
there.
Yeah.
I mean,
to make that even on that big of a pit. I mean, how big was it? What is it, 9 foot?
I don't know how about the cooking space. I guarantee it's that. It's got to be longer than 9.
Like 10 foot?
It's a lot. I need to put a tape on that and see.
Yeah.
No, we're going to fill it up with hot dogs.
We need to go ahead and
I'm not going to tell anybody we're not going to tell anybody the measurements of it because you can calculate how much a hot dog is.
Yeah, you could.
And so, you know what? When we do hot dogs, we can't use all the same hot dog. We've got to use varying ones. Some of them got to be the Redskin. Some of them got to be regular. Some of them got to be different brands. We can have, if we can get the Oscar Mayer winter meal, we can do some Oscar Mayers, but we got to do different ones because that would throw how many you can get
the
on
calculations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same idea of like guessing how many jelly beans are in the jar.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. Yeah.
I found the article, so I know that I didn't just like hallucinate this, but yeah. So she won the rib eating competition, but it doesn't say how many she ate.
Really?
That'd have been impressive though.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Because I couldn't eat that many ribs. I don't know how many ribs there was, but
how many you think you could eat? One slab, two slab. If it was a contest, money was on the line. I guess
I've done a slab and a half before.
Yeah. Nothing else.
With
No
nothing on the
sides.
line or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
That was just for personal.
Just for personal pleasure.
Gluttony. Just for gluttonous reasons.
Had a couple too many Millers probably.
Yeah. I'll eat a slab and a half of ribs.
That's pretty impressive. A slab and a
heck
half.
yeah, it is.
Well, there's this place in Flagstaff, Arizona. They have a 7.5 pound burrito challenge, and I got down everything but half a pound, and it was like the worst day of my life.
7 pounds
I
of
like
burrito.
physically couldn't swallow anything else. Like it wouldn't go down.
It was the worst day of your life because you didn't accomplish
Yes.
it. Yeah.
So what?
You're so
I've never met
disappointed in
anybody take that
yourself.
much. So what was it like after? Like 30 minutes after? Were you?
You're just so uncomfortable, like because at that point, like I said, like not even can you just not swallow food, but you can't like your saliva's not going down, like nothing's going down right anymore.
Did it jack you up for like a week or anything? Or
Yeah, it was probably. I mean, it was probably a good couple days. Luckily, the burrito wasn't spicy or anything like that,
Yeah.
but it was just so jam packed down. There's so much food.
it's got to work through
Did
your
you
body. It's
puke?
got to come out one way or the other.
Well, like when you start swallowing stuff that you can't swallow, it goes down the first time, but then it comes right back up. You just kind of like burp it back up, and it's just yeah. So I had to go to the
Man.
bathroom, and I couldn't finish, and I was just like, and I still had like 15 minutes left too, but I couldn't. Wasn't happening.
Nothing would make me want to do something like that.
That's just Okay, so you're going for the hot dog though.
Yep.
I got one entry for my hot dog eating
There.
contest.
I am there.
Put Tyler down. He is be first on the list. He is down.
Training this weekend.
I bet you we can get somebody to come in, or you start. I don't know. We're not. Are we putting up anything for this, or is it just
You got to have like a trophy at least.
at least a trophy?
There's a local guy. He came to the dip pretty recently and did the whatever they call it, that challenge they have over
Yeah.
there.
What? I didn't know they had a challenge. It's an ice cream challenge.
I think it's the Big Dipper challenge, and it comes with like a ginormous hamburger,
Oh,
fries,
really?
shake, drink,
You got to eat all of it, or
all of
something?
it. Yeah.
Or like out there on one of the tables or benches. Or
Yeah.
You got
you
to
take it to your truck or whatever.
It's part of the challenge. Figure it
You
out.
got to balance it on your knees. Yeah. But so we had a great team this year, Memphis May.
Weather was the best
Yeah.
weather we've had out of any year at Memphis in May. There was absolutely zero mud. It was never hot. I mean, it got afternoon May got a little, but the sun but it wasn't hot.
Mm-mm.
It was so
chilly one
pleasant.
afternoon
I
almost.
mean, it was absolutely gorgeous.
So we got to thank Mark and Jamie Williams from Swine Line.
That's right.
They were,
Brian Wesson,
yeah.
son of a butcher. Russell Karen, Steak Princess. The Wrights,
right on cue.
Mr. Eddie Reed.
Jay,
Jay
Outlaw.
Jay Craig.
him and his wife Shelly. She's a shell too. So
Yeah. Who else helped us there? Jim Compart Farms. They're making for growing some awesome ribs. Of course, Royal Oak Charcoal.
Tyler was there doing all the social for us.
Kevin Green, the butcher shop, supplying the beef entry.
Gamekeeper butcher.
Gamekeeper Butchery for the bison.
Katie
Shell
was
for
there.
all the hard work.
Katie was there.
Yeah,
She went and got
our whole
our a lamb for us.
Yeah, Katie for getting the lamb. That's right. We had a crew, man. It was awesome.
Mikey was there. He helped Brian with the exotic and lined out the Grizz girls.
Line out the Grizz Girls. Yeah.
Who was the Pronto Pup person? Who brought that?
That was Eddie.
Oh, Eddie brought those.
Yeah, he went and got the Pronto Pups. I was not happy with Pronto Pups this year. Whoever had that little truck needs their
They were
license revoked.
terrible.
I knew something was up with that. Me and you walked in one morning. I was like, "Oh, you think the Pronto Pup stand's open?" And there was a bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket, all this batter dripping down the side, and like the lemonade was drunk down to about 1.5 inches left in there. I said, "Shell, they're fixing to reserve this. Watch. And the batter was still in there. And then somebody went and got a Pronto Pup that later that day. And I tasted it. And I said, this is the nastiest thing.
It was so bad. And I love Pronto Pup.
Salty Pronto Pup. It's like a salty pup.
And the dog was all like gray on the inside.
Been in that batter all night, probably.
I need to write a letter.
Maybe that's where I got sick. Ate one bite of a daggum Pronto Pup.
Everybody else took one bite too. I need to write a letter to Mr. Pup. I thought you had a franchise going.
Yeah, this one.
They were all going to taste the same. Yeah.
Revoke that license.
They were terrible.
That's one thing. Whenever I see that Pronto Pup logo, I know I'm getting quality corn dog.
Yeah.
Whether it's the short one or the foot long. And I usually prefer the foot long one. That's the way I am. It's a good one.
I mean, it has been a few years since I've had a Pronto Pup. I don't know if they've changed things, but
surely they wouldn't change their standards that low.
I don't know. But the State Fair corn dogs are better than those frozen ones. You can get a better one at Sonic. Yeah. Just order it well done if you go to Sonic.
That's your trick.
That's my trick at Sonic. Sonic does a lot of $1 corn dog days or whatever.
50-cent corn dog.
I'm a corn dog connoisseur. I ain't gonna lie. I like a good corn dog.
And a dog. Dog in any form.
Dog in any form, yeah.
But anything else from Memphis, May?
No. It was. I'm glad we got to have it. The COVID regulations weren't that bad. We masked up when we had to. We had sanitizer out. Our booth never got crowded anyway, so we didn't have a problem. But the crowds weren't that bad. We walked down to Jay's Durbin's booth on Thursday, and then we had a good time down there and visited. And that's about all the traveling around I did. I pretty much stayed in our spot so we didn't get in no trouble. But it was pleasant. I don't know how the public felt about it because there was people there. I mean, it didn't seem like it was ever crowded, but we didn't have any issues.
Oh, Emily, I forgot to thank Emily.
Oh yeah,
Swan Life. Yeah, she set up helped set up for the on-site and stuff.
And Whitney helped.
Yeah, Whitney.
Yep. It was all good. And Waylon and Vaughn helped.
Yeah. The community, have you been interacting on the community? I know you've been busy and sick.
I haven't been on social media any this week. In fact, I hadn't even looked at my phone. I just checked emails today. So if I've missed anybody on anything, I'm sorry. But I have been radio silent trying to recover. I've watched a lot of Deadwood. And I've watched a few movies. And I've drank a lot of Pedialyte. And ate some applesauce.
But you're back. You're feeling better.
I'm back. Heck yeah. I'm ready to go. I'm not ready to eat like a corn dog contest or a drip contest or anything. But man, that's a good idea. A corn dog contest.
So sign up for the community.
That's it. Yeah. Hey, where are we at? We didn't talk about Palmer Home.
I did that on purpose.
Oh.
Because we hadn't set our date yet.
To stop?
When we're going to do the class.
Oh, it'll be sometime this fall.
But you have to set a real date.
We'll do that after we hit our goal, and we pick some winners.
We're at $7,700.
We're getting close to 8.
I know.
Let's hit that halfway mark here before the end of June. You want to? Do it.
We're going to push it really, really hard when we get back from our vacation. So next week we will not have a podcast. We are taking a family vacation.
That's right. It's time Michael schools. Today's his last day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're taking him out of school. After he gets out today, he's done for the year. They got like some half days or something left where they're just going to go. I imagine the teachers make them clean up. Why would you go for these 2 half days? You're not doing any schoolwork. It's just like busy time for them.
A lot of time it was like they make you like put all the desks, bring desks to the other place. It's crazy.
They're
just babysitting. Yeah, they're just babysitting at that point.
Yeah, but we're going on vacation. Do something fun. Come back, and it'll be June. It'll be Memorial Day. I've got a recipe coming out for Memorial Day. I did already, and it was awesome. Ribs on a Weber kettle.
You've done pork butt on a Weber kettle, but you've never done ribs on a Weber kettle. And they were really good ribs.
Really good. It was a slab of compart ribs. So that recipe will come out next week. Have you got it edited yet?
I will.
You know what? I probably need to write the recipe for that before we leave.
I will. I'll get it edited. We'll be working this weekend.
I don't like the sound of that shell. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the sound of that shell.
Well, let's get to it.
All right. What else we got coming up? Anything else?
Just summer cooking.
Put the hot dog event down on your head.
Oh, no.
June 26th.
We're doing a hot dog
1
event.
month from this week, right? Pretty much.
Pretty much. We're doing a hot dog event on the 26th.
Free hot dogs, donations go to Palmer Home.
Yeah.
We'll just put a bucket out there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. On the 17th of June, we're doing like a Thursday night after hours Father's Day demo at the shop.
That'll be, all about steaks and all the stuff dads love and
Yep.
stuff like that. Tyler, we got any TikTok stuff lined up or anything?
We got chicken thigh tacos coming out
Ooh,
that you did with Craig.
The everything chicken thighs turned out really good.
Really, really good. A lot of people actually made that recipe like within the first 2 days. They said,
Really?
Yeah, they said finally a recipe is something I have everything of in my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Tuffy Stone has a everything seasoning.
Oh, really?
I guess it's like the everything bagel seasoning. Yeah, he's got.
Really?
I saw he put a social post on today. He got a new bottling or something, a new size. He made bigger bottles, but so I guess it's the same as everything bagel seasoning. Or
I don't think so.
Did you find it? If not, it's a good idea.
It's just a rub.
Oh,
It does have garlic and oregano in it. Black pepper, cayenne, sumac, smoked paprika, and salt.
we don't have any seeds in it.
But it has a like a red rub look.
Okay.
In the picture, it
Well,
does.
that's totally different than what I was.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's not like everything.
It sounds
bagel
like an
seasoning.
AP,
Yeah.
like an all-purpose.
I bet it's good though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got going on, Shell. I'm ready to get this weekend kicked off.
Of work.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, if you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowtoBBQRight on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
All of them.
TikTok, and of course
MySpace.
YouTube.
Find me over on MySpace at Killer Hogs.
And if you'd like to connect with me, it's with Southern Chill on Instagram.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.
And a great Memorial Day.
We gone.